Welcome everyone to episode 5, which is episode 3 of Destiny Month here on GameScoop Thursdays. I am Captain Novabomb, joining you from the Forest of Venus, and also with me here today from his mission to the Exclusion Zone, where he took on 3 Cabal battle fleets single-handedly and is now resting safe and secure in El Paso, is Mr. Joe Camarillo.
Ariba? How you doing?
Also here, hoping to not lose a bet against Cade 9, which would force him to become the Hunter Vanguard and spend all his time in the tower, is our very own Rusty, Jeremy Jones.
I'm not. No, fuck that. I'm not staying in the tower.
What did you bet?
And now joining us from somewhere in space because she ended up taking a wrong turn and found herself facing the fallen home planet that they have chosen and ended up wiping it out completely with a single bullet is Jamie Dodd.
Yeah.
She's just that awesome. She has nothing to say about that. It's just a regular thing for her.
Yeah, I do that every night. I thought that was like a normal thing. So
She was like, "You guys don't take out home planets? What?"
It's another day in the life of Jamie.
It's all about the bullet.
And then last, and I would say not least, but that would be counterproductive because he is the last one to be mentioned here, is going to be our Warlock extraordinaire who is joining us here, who has spent some scholarly time studying the books and has increased his rank to level 24, is Mr. Sherwin Monto.
What's up? Venus, baby. Venus!
So we are here at our second to last episode for Destiny Month. It is a sad and joyous feeling. Sad because Destiny Month is almost over, but joyous because we're once again playing Destiny. Unfortunately, we will not be having video for this one after the slight complications we had with last week's video. And also
like 5 parts.
Uploading and also video audio. So we're going to be taking it into control right now and some other multiplayer. So if you start hearing people randomly rage and maybe blurt out some select words here and there, it has nothing to do, most likely, with the conversation going at hand, but just
I apologize in advance.
With
shifting sand.
So do I, because when I play multiplayer, I get really angry.
I have a
I get
about
angry. I get angry at multiplayer, so I don't get angry at everything else.
My ass, Springbok.
I'll be fine if I die in missions, but if I get killed in multiplayer, I'm just gonna scream at that person.
Especially if they've got themselves a fusion rifle.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So since you are our guest here, Jamie, why don't you tell us what you think about Destiny, what class you're playing as, and and I forgot to mention, we are going in to the Crucible as Team Hunt Lockers. So that
Hunt
is what we are
Lockers
doing
for the
right now.
win.
Hunt Lockers.
Dude, that
Hunt
Hunt
Lockers.
Lock,
So, Jamie, why don't you tell us a little bit about the class you're playing as, the race you're playing as, and what you think of Destiny so far?
I like space.
Jamie is a woman of very few words here, so
No.
do you care to elaborate on that a little bit? What do you like about space?
It's big.
I think there's a rating level on this one.
Shut up, Joe. No, I'm a hunter, I think.
Yeah, you're a hunter.
And I'm currently level 11 or 12. I think I'm 11.
You were 12, actually.
Really? Okay. I am level 12 at the current moment in time in history and space. And I don't remember what race I picked, but I'm the girl with the purple face and the glowing eyes.
I'm awoken.
Did she say glowing what?
Glowing eyes. In other words,
I have glowing eyes too.
in other
I'm
words,
just
the
saying.
person who creeps up onto my character screen as I'm sitting down at
And
the
staring.
Crucible
Yes.
and looks like a little sister out of BioShock, and it is very creepy because she's got
It is
those
kind of
piercing eyes.
Pretty much.
Okay,
Hey,
so
why does anyone talk about my eyes?
You have
'Cause they're too
beautiful eyes,
pretty.
Jeremy.
because they're too rusty.
You know what? I'm going to take one of your books and beat you over the head with it.
Are you sure your rusty fingers won't break off at first?
Okay.
First.
We're going to have words.
It's like 20 Shades of Rusty.
Hey, I said your eyes were beautiful, even though I've never seen them.
And now, Sherwin, since you are our other guest here this week, why don't you tell us a little bit about the class and race you play as and what you think about the glorious world of Destiny?
I chose an awoken female warlock because I have a Titan exo on the side. But I wanted to play the warlock first because I thought it was a pretty unique class. But so far, what I like is the actual content at the end game. It slows down considerably and it forces people to go, oh shit. There's a lot to do. It's not just, oh, the game's over. I hit 20.
It's not like I beat this and now I guess I want to play multiplayer, sort of.
Right.
It's like I have things I have to do, but they're going to take forever. In a good way.
Right.
In a good sort of time-consuming kind of way. Like devouring my life kind of way.
It is a very large grind, long grind. It's not going to be simple. I definitely enjoy it.
And can you go ahead and repeat what class your exo is again?
Titan.
Repeat it one more time.
Titan.
You see, Jeremy? Exos are Titans.
You know what? Shut up.
That's 2 now.
I don't want to hear it. I'm done with you.
All right, thank you. So, we're here playing a little bit of Control, and we just gained the lead. So hopefully, having 5 out of 6 people is going to do us a little better.
We're gonna wreck face. Bravo.
Yeah, I just died there, so I take full and complete responsibility for Bravo going down.
That's what happens when you're a squishy warlock.
Yeah, well, hey, maybe I wouldn't have died if your rusty legs could have run over there fast enough.
They've got the turret.
They're on the turret.
They got the turret.
Oh,
Yeah, guys.
That is
turret.
a lot of skulls. Good thing is I have a Nova Bomb, which Mr. Jeremy over there doesn't because, he's not playing the Warlock.
They're sniping at the corners, on the outside corners.
Ow. Yeah, they are.
So, now here, Sherwin, what is your favorite location in Destiny so far?
So far, I'd have to say Mars. The Cabal are interesting.
They're interesting. They're also a pain in the ass.
Jeremy loves Scions.
You're confusing love and seething hatred again. I feel like it's a common issue.
Interceptor at B.
Let's see here. Now, without spoilers, because I think Jeremy and I were talking about this last week, what were your thoughts on the whole reef section of the game?
I thought, well, first off, it was like, okay, I didn't think that was in the game. I thought that was going to be like credit, later. Because I don't remember seeing that in beta or was even mentioned in beta. I think that's going to lead to like other planets from there or further out if they decide.
Other areas, because the reef is going to be a good launching point for a lot of things.
If you look at the size that is in the reef, if you click on it, that can fit a lot of content in there.
Yes.
Right.
And now with that, I believe in one of the trailers that they released for Destiny, they actually had the this is going to give a spoiler a little bit. They actually had they had the brother, the queen's brother, in there saying this is how we do things out here in the wild. So I believe that is the queen's brother and probably might be part of that story mission that's going to be coming in October.
That's going to be super interesting.
Yeah,
it's cool when I'm looking forward to like the little updates that a game is doing like that.
Yeah, I mean, right now they got salvage going on. They had Zur, the agent of the Nine, who was selling some pretty awesome stuff, and he went away now until last week. I'm not sure if anybody had enough coins for that. If you had enough coins for it, to buy an item from Xur that, specifically an armor or a weapon from Xur, please do notify us so we can give you a big round of applause here on GameScoop Thursdays.
I'm short one. On strange coins.
There you go.
Oh, he's short one. Okay, so that's close enough. Give him a round of applause.
Clap, 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 clap.
A lot of grinding on that one.
You are a big grinder, Sherwin. That is no joke.
All right. Alpha is... Why do I feel like this is a trap?
Probably is. Yeah, well, our whole team surrounding one point. You know, it's not like they have a...
that was an arc blade.
That was nasty.
I was not expecting that to happen.
It's a trap. That was most definitely a trap.
That was 100 with an arc blade, just wrecked all of us.
I saw that on the kill screen. Well, the little notification thingy, because I was on the other side of the map, respawning.
I'm going in A.
Pardon me. Thank you. Bravo.
So, I mean...
enemies everywhere.
Some input, Sherwin, some input.
Let's talk about our classes here a little bit.
Right.
With the Warlock, I chose to stick with the Voidwalker just because I really like the Nova Bomb, hence the nickname. Not too sure if I'm going to venture into the Sunslinger anytime soon. I mean, as far as I know, it just increases your abilities, and I'd rather have my Nova Bomb than, let's say, an increased melee attack. So, I mean, I feel I'm pretty satisfied with where my abilities are. I love it. I can do what I want with the abilities I have now, so I don't think I'm going to be switching over to the Sunslinger class. How about the rest of you? Are you sticking with your current class or with the starting subclass, or have you switched?
Well, you're talking to a blade dancer over here, and I think probably two blade dancers over here.
Oh yeah,
I'm not changing.
Okay. Zojo will stick with the golden gun. Jeremy, I
might switch subclass, but I'm not changing character.
Yeah, I'm I'm blade dancer and never going back.
Once you go blade, you never go back.
Sherwin, how about you? Are you still the Voidwalker for the Warlock, or did you switch over to the Sunslinger?
I got Voidwalker to about the 3rd tier, and then I switched to Sunsinger, and I'm almost done with it. They are very good in raids as Sunsinger.
Oh yeah, they are.
Oh good.
Hey, let's just revive everybody.
We found our Sunslinger for the raid. We got ours.
Revive yourself, which is kind of baller.
And Jamie, I guess we can't really ask you this question because you don't have the option to right now. So,
ooh, funny story. Apparently, when you get any of your characters above 15 and you start a new character, they can automatically respec into that class off the bat.
Because
my roommates started up a Warlock, immediately could go into Sunsinger, level 1.
Yep.
Because Bungie are nice people like that. You see, that just goes to show. Bungie.
Okay, this dude needs to... There you go. Goodbye.
Good shot, Monk. Or Xenomorph. Yeah, good shot. F that guy. There's 3 of them.
I'm the sniper. Leave. You can't do that. Oh. Pike's almost dead.
Yeah. Sherman, what do you think of the vehicles in this game?
That's a turret. Turret's up by B.
Thanks, Jeff.
I think I like the Cabal tanks the most.
You know what? I haven't actually fought one of those yet.
While doing the planet view on Google Maps, there was actually something. The Cabal have a land tank, which is as big as a building. And I'm just going to say, even though it will be particularly deadly, I think that would be a lot of fun to fight one of those things. I have to figure out how to take it down. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe go for the engine or something. Have a whole separate mission where people will contain the outside of it. People, contain the outside around the tank, and then have a separate fire team go inside and take out the engines. I mean, that would be an interesting concept. Jamie, do you like?
No, never mind. I won't spoil it.
Do what?
I've been there.
Yeah, Sherwin's completed a little more of the strikes than the majority of us. Jamie, what do you think of the vehicles in this game?
So far, all I've driven is the Sparrow, and then that bigger hover thing that you get on the moon whenever you first get there.
That's the baby,
Interceptor.
big baby.
Wait, no, not in the moon. The
No,
moon,
that's
the very first thing is the Pike.
Yeah, that's the Pike.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the Pike.
Yeah.
I don't.
Speaking of Interceptor, it's heading right towards me. Hopefully I can Nova Bomb it here in a minute. If not, I'll die.
I will try to avoid that whole dying.
Oh, never mind. Captain B. Mars sniped me, so we're good. Good job, Captain B. Mars. You also got Joe. You're just taking us all down.
So
guy,
B is kind of a lost cause.
Yeah,
so
this guy,
why don't we just run A and C?
Captain B. Mars must really hate Game Scoop Thursdays because he's just sniping the crap out of us.
Blade Dancer. Yeah.
The first time I drove a Pike, I actually hit a rock on the moon and fell off the moon, pretty much.
Fell off of the moon.
Well,
I
Joe
fell
kind
into
of
a
had
deep
something
abyss of nothingness. So yes, I felt like I fell off the moon.
Joe, you care to relate there?
What's that?
To Jamie's excursion off the face of the moon?
I like to fall off the face of every planet.
Yeah, just a little instance there. Jamie, at least you didn't get Mario stomped by Rixus.
You know what?
All right, now.
Hey, we've
all
all had our moments. I mean, let's see. How about when we were doing the moon strike, and Jeremy, you went in to try to melee Fogoth, and melee. You went in to try to melee Fogoth, and you went down, and Joe's like, "Oh, I got him," just walks in there, and then boom, Joe's down, and I'm like, "Yeah, so I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to kind of hang back here for a little."
Fogoth just punched Joe in the face as he tried to save me.
That was gross, dude. I got run into.
And let's see. During the
run A and
I
C.
can't think of the name of it, but the old Russia strike that we were doing last week, which you can see the fail when I went to go revive Jeremy and got rockets to the face. It's just like, oh, that was a stupid move. Should have revived Joe and let him have some cover fire and everything, but nope.
Someone get B while I keep him off of it.
It was bad.
Oh,
you're gonna rock B or C?
B's covered. Someone needs to get that.
Sherwin, have you had any epic fails in Destiny?
My most epic latest fail was we got down a specific enemy on Mars to what seemed like to about 2% health, and we had to restart because it was on heroic. And because I was the last Guardian standing, and I took a barrage of rockets to the face, trying to revive another person.
That's always fun.
That was the most epic fail that I've had.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's never fun to take a barrage of rockets to the face. I'm sure a lot of Destiny players can probably relate to that. So,
hi, I'm a Colossus, and I'm here to mess your entire week up.
Yes, like that one. I think when I was going through finishing up the story, and you were in the party, Jeremy, and it came to the point where I had to take down a target because it was a public event, and it was a Cabal Colossus, and I was on the Interceptor, and that wasn't doing a single thing to this guy. I was dying over and over. I'm just like, okay, you know what? This isn't working. I need more people on this, and ended up just going to checkpoint 9 of 9 or whatever it was, and that was it. Nice bronze tier ranking on that one. But so, I mean,
so who did that big sun thing belong to?
Big sun thing. That was probably.
Oh, the grenade.
I have no idea.
Was that a grenade? It looked like a sun.
Yeah, it was a sun grenade.
That's awesome.
That was mine.
That's part of the. Wait, no, that's part of the Voidwalker then.
No, that's for
That's
the
Sunslinger. That's right. You switched.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The Sunslinger's
Slinging
sun
some
grenade.
sun.
Yeah,
Singer.
pretty much.
He doesn't sling the sun. He has a
Whoa.
beautiful singing voice.
Thank you.
Yeah, there was a bit of singing going on in our 48-minute pre-show.
There's always a 48-minute show.
There really
I
is
love
always
our
a
pre-shows.
The pre-shows are great. We never record them because that would be devastating, but they're great.
In case you want to hear the pre-shows go live on Twitch every Sunday at 10 o'clock. Just follow Game Scoops Thursdays on Sunday live on Twitch.
I don't recommend doing that because I don't know what would pull up at that point in time.
Game Scoop Thursdays.
Well, yeah,
It's the Alex
Yeah.
O'Connor show.
Oh,
On
that,
Sunday
that
at 10.
sounds like a terrible show.
Dude, right?
That sounds horrible. I think Jeremy would have to make a guest appearance just to say how terrible it is.
I'm sorry, I would just be too busy laughing.
It was
He
the
would-
summer
he-
of 2008.
Don't go there. And don't send another spider message on my phone. Dang it.
Just to let you know.
Anyway, so
Send your spiders and arachnid mail to emails to Alex O'Connor.
I caught something interesting when I was playing as my hunters over on the Xbox One yesterday, I believe it was. I was walking past the speaker, and he mentioned something of how he wished the 9 would help, which got me thinking that Zur was there, and he said that, and it says that Zur is an agent of the 9. So that makes me believe that the 9 are some secret order, kind of, and that they could have the potential to possibly help us in just some story-related content in Destiny in the future, or what if they could possibly, I don't know, hunt us down, maybe, or something?
It is interesting. The 9 seem overall like a benevolent entity. They seem to be of humans or Exos or Awoken. They seem to be something related to the last city. But kind of like the Awoken Queen, they seem to have separated themselves from the city for one reason or another. We don't know yet. Although if you look at Zur, it's very obvious that something happened to him or something was done to him or whatnot that makes him creepy and have like tendrils coming out of his face.
No, I don't think. I thought they were tendrils at first, but if you look at it, it's almost like a shadowy presence, just kind of.
No, I know it's not
flying
actual
around.
tendrils. It's shadow.
No, I mean, yeah, it looks like it, but it's just like shadow figures playing around.
Right,
so.
which implies something to do with the darkness, but
That's what I thought.
It'll be interesting to see.
To
They
me,
seem
the
benevolent.
9s, well, to me, the 9s always seem just one short of the 10.
And here comes Joe's up and starting order, the 10, trying to literally one up the 9.
You know it. If you're 2 up, then you're showboating. 1 up's okay.
You can't really have the 11.
can
Then you
have
have
the 12.
then you have a weird split. Then it's like everyone gets like 9% of it, and it's weird.
It's always just that, the one hanger honor is the 11.
That one guy that nobody wants to talk to, he's just there because you have to have him there.
But if you have the 12th, then you have the 12th man.
12th man, then you're in Seattle and you can't hear anything because they're saying how. Then you end up like Aaron Rodgers and like, I called a timeout, but my snapper snapped the ball. What do I do? We don't know how to play football.
Just don't spank your kid.
I'm sorry.
Just don't spank your kid.
Is that offensive, Green Bay Packers fans? I don't care because
Wait, there's still Green Bay Packers fans?
I guess I'm pretty sure my Bears are probably getting their butts kicked right now by Colin Kaepernick. At least they were 10-0 when I left. So,
What were you telling me, Alex, about spanking your kid too soon?
oh, that was the Adrian Peterson thing yesterday. What was that, Thursday?
This dude.
No, that was Saturday. Yeah, that was
Too soon.
That was
Too
Saturday.
soon?
It was, yeah. that was bad. I apologize. That was bad.
Adrian, well, Mr. Peterson called me up and he said, that dude. Alex.
That dude. I have no
That
name.
dude.
I'm just that dude.
You're Spider-Man.
Shut up. I hate Spider-Man too. Sorry, Spider-Man fans, but Spider-Man is pretty much my least favorite superhero of all time. I dislike him.
I like his attitude. I do. I don't like his character, maybe, but I like his attitude.
Whoever does the Deadpool and Spider-Man mashup cartoons on the internet,
I love Deadpool.
They're great. Spider-Man in general, I just don't like. At least Andrew Garfield does a better job of portraying Spider-Man than Tobey Maguire did. I still hate Spider-Man.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
That's
Finally, somebody else who agrees.
I don't really care about Spider-Man one way or another. You seem to have very charged feelings about Spider-Man.
That's just because the movies are terrible.
It's about the Spidey underwear, all right? He had his little underoos when he was young, got in trouble. It's a long story.
Oh.
Did you smush a spider in your underwear? No.
This has turned into a very awkward conversation.
Okay, so let's recall that we're a gaming podcast for just a moment.
Okay, all right. Sorry, my bad.
We don't believe in superheroes here. I think I started that. Did I start that? Probably.
If not, we'll just blame it on you.
If you're wondering about the silence here, we kind of
Sherwin, you said that you're a Titan, right?
Titan on the on my other character, yeah.
Oh, I guess Sherwin.
But
I just got asked how the Titan is. Is it any good?
The Titan is pretty. It's a tank. It's overall it's a tank.
Are you a striker or a defender?
He said it's a tank.
Well, it's
Get it right. He said it was a tank.
Well, I mean, it's only level. My other one's only level 5, so I didn't get too far into it. Okay. You know what I mean? I was gonna make all the classes and use all the races.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm pretty.
Has anybody had any bad experiences with the Titan?
I have when they kick my tail every game.
The Titan, maybe.
Yeah, only when I get Fist of Havoc in the Crucible.
Oh yeah, no, I'll run into one dude in the Crucible, and instead of shoot me, he'll just use up his entire super on a Fist of Havoc on one enemy, which is me.
I'm pretty sure.
Just never fails.
I'm pretty sure everyone's been Fist of Havoc here.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Sherwin's just like, screw you guys, I'm leaving your fire team.
No, I went to. You guys want to do a heroic story?
We have more than. I mean, we got more than 3 people, so we were just going to kick it in the Crucible for a while, at least until we're done with this podcast, which we're currently at 27 minutes. I thought we'd made it over 30.
That's not bad.
I think if people haven't lost interest in us yet, they may.
So, okay, so hold on. So let's actually get down to some meat of things. Destiny. Once your first 20 levels.
20 levels
is not particularly hard. Really, by the time you beat the storyline, you should be around. I mean, I was 18, I think, when I beat the storyline. Depending on how many side missions you did, you're plus or minus a level or 2. So, Destiny was designed so that you hit level 20 when you beat the game, roughly, when you beat the storyline.
And what a good storyline it was.
It was a very good storyline. I did like it.
I like it so far.
Fair warning.
I haven't really got too much of it.
Another fair warning, which I'm pretty sure we mentioned. I had mentioned that last week we were going to have spoilers on this show, but that has been bumped to next week.
Yeah, we're waiting until everyone else gets the
just to give everybody a really long enough time. So, spoiler cast will be on next week's Game Scoop Thursdays, our final episode of Destiny Month.
Yeah, then we have to have spoilers.
Right, that is when we will discuss the story in depth and go into all the fine little things that it holds.
I just got to Venus, so
Venus, baby.
I love
Venus,
baby.
Venus.
So,
post 20.
Post 20 is an interesting kind of gameplay, and as you said, it is a lot slower. Post 20 gameplay. I have my Guardian. I have him level 20, but the thing is, level 20 doesn't actually mean anything. Level 20 just means that I can use any gun that I happen to find on the ground. That's all that it means. Or any armor that I find on the ground.
Oh,
it doesn't have anything to do with your skills. It doesn't have anything to do with, what gear you have. So it's just it's kind of arbitrary, like reaching level 20 and how people are complaining. A lot of people are complaining about the level cap being 20. This isn't like a regular game where the level cap actually like does things.
I think a lot of the skill and patience that this game requires is going to come in leveling post 20, because finding the right pieces of armor that have light, getting enough light, that's going to take some time. That's going to take some patience. So that's part of the fun after reaching level 20 is going out and finding all of this gear.
And not only that, but I've had a couple of pieces of gear that I have looked at and they have light on them. I could have been 22 by now, but they didn't have the bonuses that I wanted. A couple of them gave me bonuses like discipline or something, and I'm a blade dancer. I don't need discipline, so I ignored those and just kept waiting. And eventually, as I find gear that suits my play style, it'll happen to have light on it, and then I'll keep continuing to go up. But I'm still playing primarily, finding gear primarily to match my play style and make it even better. And I think there's something to be said about that. I mean, it's just like I've passed up gear that is arbitrarily better just because it doesn't fit how I play.
Bad Jamie. Anyway, yeah, so some gear passed up. What the heck is that? Joe, I'm sorry. Joe, what
Alex,
exactly...
it watches you when you sleep.
Joe, what exactly do you use for that?
For what?
Never mind. Anyway.
I just go...
Nothing. Anyway, Jeremy, continue.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I think everybody knows what I'm saying. Anyway, back on task here. Destiny. Actually, I think we're not doing too bad.
We're not that far behind yet. Just keep it tight.
It's only a kill behind. We're good.
I know. Keep it close.
Hey, and Jamie just gave us the lead. So good job.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, so I mean, let's see, we talked about the classes a little bit. How about ships? Has anybody bought a ship? Sorry to bring this topic up again, Joe, but
I got my story ship.
You're a snob. A ship snob.
I got that ship from the Ghost Edition.
Yeah, I think that's what but we've got our robot XO flying in an R2D2 ship. Sorry, Jeremy.
That's how I feel about that.
Just like...
What
is the topic?
Topic how Alex is a jerk.
He's a ship snob.
We gotta have that, human exo warlock hunter, competition going on here. Yeah, bitterness. There's some bitterness between the factions here.
You guys get to eat food. I like that.
I'm sorry, I prefer not to drink motor oil.
You'd like it if you tried it.
I prefer not to have to, get some metal polish or something and polish up my fingernails every time I get a little bit rusty.
Wow. I didn't know the hatred was that deep.
Wow.
But do you like the smell of gasoline?
Oh, gosh. Apparently Rusty does, but no, I will stand away from the... Although, there is one upside to being a XO. If you end up somehow getting set on fire, you're not going to burn, and what you can do is just walk up to the enemy and give them a nice, big, blazing, scolding metal hug.
Wow.
So
Take
maybe
that guy out.
Maybe that'll be in your skill set abilities sometime in the future.
Put that in your skill set and smoke it. Jeez.
You're very close-minded, Alex.
I'm not closed. I'd say that's opening to the possibilities.
Yeah, right. Let's set the EXO on fire and have him hug people.
Yeah, why not?
EXO hate crime.
Make the angry homicidal robots a little nicer.
Who said I was angry?
I don't know. Has anybody else played with you in multiplayer? Then, yeah.
Okay, I have my mic off most of the time for a reason.
You do, and that's funny. Because there's always that little click, Yeah, so I just took that guy out. Click.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, Sherwin, what's your favorite multiplayer map? Let's go with that.
The one we were just on, actually.
First Light on the Moon.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't
how
know
about
the
you?
exact titles.
How about your favorite multiplayer mode?
It would be the Capture the Flag. I don't like the team.
Oh, Capture the Flag. I haven't gotten that yet.
That's the one that we just did.
Wait.
That's Control.
No. That's Control. Oh, I thought you meant like CTF, like actual CTF.
No. It's that one, Control.
Yeah, Control is by far my favorite, followed by Rumble, and then I don't really care for Flash, which we are playing right now.
that was necessary.
Or whatever.
I just want to throw this out there, but I just throwing knife someone in the face. And it was
throwing
awesome.
that's one reason I kind of want to keep my gunslinger, because the throwing knife is so satisfying.
I know.
But Blade Dancer is just so much better. You know, if you switch back to Gunslinger, you wouldn't be able to take it because you wouldn't have your arc blade.
I know. I would miss my arc blade too much.
You would. Let's see. What else can we cover about Destiny? It's kind of hard to think of topics while we're playing Crucible.
We're all focused on not dying.
Right? Yeah. It's like, hey, we're recording a podcast, but
all right.
Are we really?
Are we really recording a podcast? Well, apparently,
are we just hanging out?
So we had some trouble initially understanding exactly how light worked.
Yes, we did.
Good topic.
We were kind of confused by it to begin with until we got there and started messing with it. Light's an interesting concept because your light level doesn't actually get you anything. It's just like a regular level. Being level 22 or 23 light doesn't mean that you can do new things. It just is an indicator of roughly how strong your gear is because your gear contains light, which improves your light level. So being level 20-something, or being like level 23, for example, indicates that your gear is equivalently about 3 levels higher than regular level 20 gear, without actually being any higher than 20. So it's an interesting mechanic in that still your level doesn't particularly matter. But like I said, the whole indicator thing is... Oh, gotcha. It's a good reference point. Like they say that the Vault of Glass is level 26 strike.
Gonna be fun.
The enemies are going to be level 26, but it's also a good reference point for yourself.
Yeah, I can see it. Kind of like, your armor is the representation of where you would be, but it really comes down to how you play it and everything, maybe. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah. I mean, just because you're level 26 doesn't mean you're inherently better or can do anything that a level like 20 can't do. Your gear is overall better.
It just makes you survive on that rating because
it doesn't give you anything. Is what I'm getting at. Like being 24 is more of a. It happens because you found good gear, not the other way around. Oh God, ow.
Yeah, you too. Yeah.
I saw you get hit in the face with it, and I thought a good idea.
And then you
would
ran
be
into it. I was like, no. Thank you. You're a good friend. That's a good friend. Get hit with the same golden gun.
Recalling all ground troops so we can all die together. Aye, aye, sir.
Aw.
Points to whoever can name that.
That's cute.
Points to whoever can name that if you listen to the podcast.
Pink.
Hey, we actually won.
Oh yeah.
Victory dance.
I wouldn't say it like that. Say, yeah, we won.
Yeah, I mean, you should have some faith. It started off a little rocky, but we got this.
Don't worry, guys. I put us in the lead.
Uh-huh.
It was totally me. Look.
It was all Jamie.
I did everything.
Why do they have to?
Jamie rocks.
We've discussed this, not on the podcast, but definitely while playing. These decoherent engrams are great because it's just like Jeremy said, it's like a lottery ticket. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, it's like getting gear is fun. Okay, fine. I'll like getting a new scout rifle. I like getting a new sniper. I'd rather get a decoherent engram because it's just a random thing. It's like, look, it's going to be at least uncommon. It's probably going to be rare. It has a chance of being legendary, or you can get like strange coins and things like that as well. And whatever I get, for the most part, unless it's something I've already gotten before, is exciting. It's like I'd rather have a decoherent engram any day over finding like a piece of loot on the ground. Also, funny story. I think if you miss a decoherent engram, you could go to the postmaster, and they'll actually give it back to you. Because I missed one during a strike, and I went to the postmaster, and it said that I had a lost and found package or whatever, and it was the decoherent engram that I missed.
They do lost and found also?
It looks like it, because I went to the postmaster, and he's like, hey, you have a package because like you lost this. I'm like, what do you mean I lost it? I guess I must have just forgot it during the strike, or I missed it during the strike, which happens. So it is cool that at least the decoherent ones they'll give back to you. I don't think they're going to give you like the uncommon engrams and whatnot, but the decoherent engrams at least, it seems like you get them back.
And speaking of, hey Jeremy, someone has the same ship as you.
Here we go again with the snobbery,
right? No, I'm just pointing out that's not snobbish. I'm just saying, hey, he's got the same ship.
I mean, you kind of sounded snobbish.
Just a little snubby.
You see, I'm not snobbish when it comes to ships. Not
Maybe
all.
that's
I like all ships. All ships are cool. Anyway,
as long as they're like ours, right?
Even the like garbage can at the beginning.
Yeah, no, okay. The beginning ship is always going to have a special place in my heart because it's a beginning ship. I mean, you can't get rid of that.
It is. I got rid of it.
I got rid of it. I threw it away.
Got a special place in my heart. I trashed it.
I'm sorry. It was like
just to let you guys know, we've got somebody watching us on Twitch. So thank you.
Oh my gosh, we have a viewer. Thank you, Twitch person.
Do we really? Who's streaming?
Joe's streaming. Problem is Twitch is only getting one side of a 5-person conversation. So.
Right. No,
they'll see the gameplay. That's about it.
They probably think I'm talking to myself. I should probably turn that off.
You should probably just mention that you're on a podcast. I mean, it's fine. They'll understand now. So just
viewer. I should probably turn my mic on too. Then hold on. All right, viewer. I'd just like to let you know I'm not insane. We're just on a podcast. There's 5 other people. You just can't hear them because they're all in my head. But thank you for the view. And follow us at Game Scoop Thursdays.
Thursday.
Thanks, Joe. You just lost our only viewer.
No, amazingly, they're still on. They're still on.
Twitch viewers have gone from 1 to 0. He's just trying to process what he just heard. Anyway, so as I was saying, just speaking of the postmaster and everything, when I reached Cryptarch level 3,
you're level 3 with the Cryptarch?
Yes, and I haven't bought a single item from him. That is all pure finding engrams in the Crucible and the Wild. So I'm pretty proud about that. But once I reached level 3, I ended up getting a package from the Cryptarch order. And it was like a legendary engram, and I don't remember what it gave me. But it wasn't a legendary item, so it's kind of like a decoherent engram in a way. But I mean, I just found it cool that maybe that at least when you reach level 3 with the Cryptarch, they give you a little something. So as you level up,
I have a reason to spend money at him again.
as you level up in these, with the factions and things like that, you'll get these items and everything. So I mean, with the, I'm sure probably with the Future War Cult, Dead Orbit, and New Monarchy, you'll probably, of course, get access to higher level gear, but maybe if you level up,
that would be cool.
Maybe if you level up enough. I know that I bought a new Monarchy bond because just reading the descriptions that were in the guide, they sounded probably, if I was actually living in the world of Destiny, they probably sounded like someone I would join in trying to create a new order with the tower and everything. So,
by the way, is anyone who's attached to? Sorry to interrupt, but who's attached to what factions, if any?
Yeah, I'm New Monarchy, so that was thrown out there.
I'm Future War Cult.
Anybody else attached themselves to a faction yet?
Walmart Clan.
Okay.
Interesting.
We
Glad to know
promise you things we
Walmart's
can't
still
deliver.
around after the fall of humanity.
Hey, some things never go
I
away.
kind of like the new monarchy as well, but
Yes,
we'll
finally,
see.
a brother in red.
We'll see. It's so far everything I've been going for.
I've
Is the
based it
Vanguard stuff.
Yeah, Vanguard stuff is really good though. It's a nice neutral faction. I've based all of my loyalty on what sniper rifles and scout rifles they have.
I'm working on leveling up my Vanguard rank because I want some of that armor and everything that you can get in that game.
That's what I'm doing.
From the Vanguard armor.
Super pretty.
So
good shot, Anger.
Thank you. So I mean that's what I want to level up first. After that, I think I'll go and focus on getting my New Monarchy rank up there. But it at least I want to have access to that high level Vanguard armor. Especially for the light, because the light that armor gives off.
They give a huge amount of light. Although, have you seen the level you need? You need rank 3 at least.
Yeah, rank 3. I think I'm at rank 2 for Vanguards right now. I know pretty much the Vanguard bounties are relatively easy, so watch out for the hunter with the arc blade running around. So I mean, generally Vanguard bounties are, I'm not gonna say too easy, because I mean they do throw the hard ones in there, like defeating a story mission on heroic, or taking down a boss of a story mission on the heroic difficulty. And
I like the heroic modifier. Oh, have you seen a couple of the modifiers that they've had? I think so far we've seen Juggler and
there was Juggler. There was Light Switch that was in there.
What is Light Switch? I imagine less arc damage, right?
I don't know. There was also one.
Can't see. I think it's dark. Like literally, it's.
No, I played a Light Switch match.
What does that do?
I don't know what Light Switch is. You
can hover over it eventually, and read it in the description. I just never have.
I
increases your electricity bill.
No. That's the one that's on right now is
Arc, right?
Arc something.
I have the guide sitting behind me, so as soon as this match is over, I'll pop it open and take a look. But there was also one, I forget the name of it. It's probably one similar to what it was in Halo, but one where there was something where the gun that you're currently using, the ammo wouldn't drop for it.
That's Juggler.
That was Juggler? Okay.
Halo never did have one quite like that. They did have Famine, though.
Yeah, Famine, where it would drop decreased ammo. I mean, this one, I guess if you have I mean, I guess with Juggler, if you're using a shotgun currently, they won't let you have any ammo for the shotgun. Then if you're using an assault
I played a strike with Juggler on. It's weird because you can basically select what ammo you get. Because if I'm low on heavy weapon ammo or something, I'll just use anything else. I'll use my primary, so I'll get heavy or special weapon ammo. Although it's weird because you'll end up running out of ammo unintentionally, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, I know. Let's see, what were we playing the other night? Were we were doing something, or maybe I was doing it solo, but whatever it was, I kept running out of primary ammunition. Actually, I think that's when we were doing the Dust Palace. But with all those Scions, I think that's when I was losing all of my ammo. It's like, I've never lost all the ammunition for my primary weapon before,
right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The Scion flares, not spoilers. No spoilers yet.
No spoilers.
But they're annoying. They're infuriating. They're my least favorite enemy.
And they smell like cheese.
Dude, right?
What the hell?
What kind of cheese, Joe?
Gouda? Monster?
It smells like butt.
It's definitely one of those old earthy cheeses.
Feces. Feces.
Maybe it's Swiss cheese.
No, not Swiss.
Hey, we won. Let's see. I brought up something. Sherwin, I'm sure you probably have. Have you taken on the Dust Palace and the Scion Flayers?
I think I have. I'm just gonna say I think because I've gone and done.
I was gonna say you should know and took those guys on.
Yeah, it was the three little cabal that run around like lightning.
Ooh,
And in return, shoot lightning from their brains at you.
Yeah, they do a lot of brain lightning, which is problematic.
Hey, and Jeremy, there's one more strange coin to give to Zero next weekend.
No, but
I know we're trying to avoid spoilers, but
what?
I know we're trying to avoid spoilers for you guys. I know everybody's in. When you look at your strike playlist,
right?
There's 4, right?
Yeah.
There's a 5th one that opens up once you get 24.
Really?
Want to post that up.
That's not really we're trying to avoid like story spoilers and things like that, but that is cool.
And then it's called a Nightfall Strike, and
I heard about the Nightfall Strikes, but I just never saw them.
Yeah, it's there. It's level 28, and the rewards unknown. That's all it says. It's like great.
Nice. Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, and it's cooperative, no matchmaking.
Oh, that's now a lot of people have brought that up. That is debatable whether or not they should add matchmaking to it or not. At
least for the like weekly strike, they should.
Okay. Yeah, because the weekly strike's not that big of a deal.
Because I saw that on Bungie.net forums that someone wanted the weekly strike to have matchmaking, and I know I at least wanted it because when Joe was in my party, I'm like, well, he was doing the story, so I'm like, I'm gonna go do the strike.
Oh, that's
both times that I entered it, there was nobody there. I'm like, okay, is the matchmaking? And then I realized by the second time, I'm like, oh, matchmaking's turned off. I'm like, okay, well, Jeremy's not online, and Joe and we can't do this by ourselves, so I'm gonna wait.
It's one of those things where Bungie, I feel like they're trying to really encourage the whole fire team thing. They really are, and I do appreciate that because I love having a fire team together. I do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way, fire teams have no business being 3 players. They really should be 4. Just saying.
I agree.
They could just up the difficulty on the 4th player and just.
I thought I was going to dislike the 3-person fire team, but I'm actually enjoying it.
I don't dislike it. I like how they work together, but I feel like 4 wouldn't have made it worse. So they could have just done 4 so that you can have a standard 4-player team.
Yeah. I had wanted at least 5 or 6, but that would
that's raid level, and they are allowing 6 on the raids.
So I mean, I had originally thought that for a fire team, but and then once they said it's only going to be 3, I was originally kind of adamant about that, but after I got into like the alpha and the beta, then I was like, you know what, this works just fine. It's a good amount. It's a good amount to where you can still play with your friends, and then if you have other people in the party, they can go and make their own fire team. You can basically do the same mission just with 2 separate fire teams and such things. So
I think Bungie did their research and they found, probably the majority of players that are playing that have close friends only have 3, maybe 4 very close friends to do these, missions with. So I feel like it is perfectly reasonable because I remember when we were playing Destiny to begin with on day 1, we only had 3 people to play with.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was fairly spot on.
Right.
But I think the option to fire. I think the option to have 4.
Uh-oh. Exo just caught fire. You got to give someone a fire.
You know what?
How about
the only
that?
person I'm going to set on fire with like I'm stuck. Ow. I'm just gonna come over there. I'm going to shoot you.
All right, continue. Sorry, just had to throw that.
Oh no, I think giving the option for 4 would have been nice, and I wouldn't put it past Bungie to listen to feedback if it's highly requested and actually do 4 if people are wanting to do it, because Bungie's always been really good about listening to their player base, and that was a fusion rifle.
Well, if they do
their player base is fusion rifle.
It seems that way right now.
If they do increase the fire team capacity, then I don't think we'll be seeing that in Destiny. I think we'll be seeing that more in Destiny 2.
It's definitely a thing they can do though, because all they have to do is switch the button on, and nothing they have right now is specifically geared towards 3. So they can easily, if they decide to, just make it 4. For example, the raids are 6 because they decided to make it 2 fire teams.
Which sounds like a very good idea.
It is a good idea.
Which I'm told it has to be your friends because it's not matchmaking.
It isn't matchmaking. A couple of things about raids for those of us who haven't done research on them because they're anticipating it like crazy. Raids have a couple of interesting features. First off, raids are obviously going to be more difficult. The enemies are going to be harder, and there's going to be more of them. In addition, the enemies are going to have abilities that are not present in regular gameplay. So don't be surprised if you see a fallen captain or, well, in this case, a Vex doing something that it wouldn't normally do.
A hive wizard with Nova Bomb.
Right? Like, stuff like that, I wouldn't put it past them. Secondly, you can save via checkpoints. As you progress through the raid, you're going to encounter checkpoints that can be picked up by you and your group. I think the rule they said was by the next Tuesday or something like that. As long as you have it, get back to it by the next Tuesday or some such.
I like that.
Like
they
that,
pick a random day in the week.
Yeah.
Let's find a random day, maybe they took a dart to the board. I don't know. But hey, that's cool. I like the fact that you can save your progress because if it gets a little too tough, maybe a little later in the night for some people, then I think that'll be...
according to someone who did one of the raids already, I think it was a Bungie employee. It took him and his 6-man team, 5 other guys, about 45 minutes, I think it was, to crack the entrance into the Vault of Glass. Just to get through the Vex that were guarding the entrance. It took them about 45 minutes.
Love it. I love it.
So
that's going to be good.
The difficulty isn't something to be scoffed at. Definitely. In addition, from what I hear, the raids are designed so that the gear that you bring into the raid is not going to be sufficient to finish it. Now, it's not saying that you can't, but it's saying that the gear that you find during the raid is going to be better than the gear that you have on at the moment, which implies that you're going to be upgrading during the raid, which is cool.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Last but not least, and something that's going to be something that's going to throw a lot of people, but I think is a really cool feature, there are going to be no objective markers and no waypoints, none of that.
I love it.
That's going to be good.
I just jumped off the edge. Now,
at least
that means you have to figure out what you're doing yourself.
At least we almost have a full raid team here with us right now. We're just missing a 6th person. Let's see. Do you think that they could potentially in future raids maybe add in a feature that would cause your armor to break?
Yes.
So as you're going through the raid, your armor depletes and everything. So that'll make you have to look for cover.
Don't do that.
Take care of your stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
because
worry
when
about the armor
when you take apart your armor,
Nova Bomb beats Arc Blade. By the way, if they hit at the same time, Nova Bomb has priority.
Nice, good to know.
And we technically have a 6th person if he could ever connect.
Yeah, true. But I don't see that happening. So
he's able to connect like maybe 3 times a day.
So
you're talking about your friend.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking about Maurice, and I was like, yeah, I don't.
Oh, in addition, raids are going to have 2 difficulty modes. They're going to have normal and hard. Normal difficulty modes are what you have to do first. They're your regular level 26. This is still impossibly hard type of raid. Oh dear.
No, they're gonna have like super ultra. You're gonna die and have a bad time.
Once you beat the raid on normal, you can then try the raid on hard. Hard has a lot more modifiers, and apparently An additional penalty for dying. Whatever that means. They haven't detailed that bit. They haven't
lose
said
all of your currency.
Yeah, right? They haven't detailed what is going to happen. All they've said is that, it's going to have a harsher death penalty.
You lose all the legendary light. No, here's a bad thing. One person dies in your fire team on a heroic raid. You have to start at the very beginning.
No. We're not putting iron on. Go away. Halo 2 iron, much less. Anybody dies, you restart completely. Or you restart. Oh, my God. Anyway. But,
I like that feature. I'm sorry. it weeds out the people that are weak. Like, yo, dude, get out of here.
Then you know what friends you should defriend.
Right.
So I'll be playing alone again.
No.
So, that's going to be a thing. The harsher penalties for dying is going to be interesting. One more thing. Weekly lockouts.
One more thing. Sorry.
Just you're only going to be able to complete the raid missions and get rewards from them once per... Wait, I found hard light? What the heck is that?
I have no idea.
Anyway.
It's a light that's hard?
Thank you.
Really?
You're only going to be able to collect rewards one time per week per character. So when you finish a raid, you'll get to the end and you'll get the oh my goodness, is that an exotic?
No.
That's an exotic.
No. Oh my gosh.
Rounds of this weapon over penetrate and ricochet. Yes.
The bottom half of the magazine causes additional damage.
Oh, I'm happy now. Okay, so
that is what hard light is. It is an exotic auto rifle. Oh,
I gotta step away for a second.
Anyway, you're gonna have a lockout every time.
Amazing. Anyway,
every time you can only complete it once per character per week. So you can only go through it and get your rewards once per character per week. Now, in theory, this means you can technically do a raid 3 times per week because the vault is shared across your guardians. So, you can have all 3 of your guys try it once per week, get the rewards, and then, dole it out to which one of your characters you want it to go to. And I think that's the last thing about raids. A lot of weird little details. I don't know how confirmed all of them are. I'm pretty sure most of them are spot on, although a lot of it is rumor and speculation because they haven't released it yet.
They're going to save it for Tuesday.
Once they do on Tuesday, we're all going to be able to see what's going on.
Good luck.
Also,
so make sure you have all your gear equipped before Tuesday, which we're trying to.
Yeah, we're working on it. So that's going to be interesting, and how they're going to be upkeeping it by adding additional raids, because I think each of the 2 expansion packs is going to have their own raid mission as well. The House of Wolves has, I think, one confirmed for it, but they haven't confirmed what the target is going to be for the Dark Below. The House of Wolves, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a raid on the Kell of the House of Wolves. At least I think that's the case.
I was going to say something, but that would incite story spoilers, so never mind.
Right, I thought that too. So every one of them is going to have their own raid in there, and it's going to be interesting seeing what, for example, the Queen's what's the event called? The Queen's Wrath.
I think it's the Queen's Wrath. That sounds about right. I looked, but we just started the match.
To see if that's going to be something like a raid or what that's going to be, or additional story missions or whatnot, because just and I can't go into spoilers yet. But they left
one
it.
More week,
they left it very open.
Well, I know at least from for me at least, I'm looking forward to the Queen's Wrath a bit more than the raid, actually. So, I don't know.
Well,
that's just me. So,
I liked the Queen's character. I really did. I like the whole mystique they have around the Awoken, and that's not a spoiler. You can find all that info on your Grimoire cards and everything. Which, by the way, anybody who's interested in the actually crazy amount of lore that's in Destiny, read your Grimoire cards. You can read them on your app, on your companion app on your phone. You can also read them on Bungie.net. You get them from completing certain things that a lot of people would find grindy, like killing a hilarious amount of Fallen, or visiting an area and doing things.
The good thing about all the enemy kill things that we got going here.
Yeah.
If you're in a fire team and let's say playing the story mode and there's a bunch of Fallen, all of your kills are grouped. They're not individual.
Yeah, your fire team kills all count towards your Grimoire. So it is beneficial to run with the fire team in general.
Right. Not sure if that I'm not sure if the shared kill count works in a multiplayer though. Do you know about that?
I doubt it works in multiplayer.
I don't think so.
I haven't. From what I've seen, just based on our interactions here, it hasn't happened. So, just wanted to know if anybody else had seen something that I may have not caught.
Nothing that would indicate that.
And then it comes down to the just backtracking here a bit onto the fire team 3 people.
Right.
I like it, and especially since every day since Destiny has been released, it's been you, Joe, and I just going at it every day, just doing random stuff, bounties, story missions, raids, everything. So I mean, it's been a lot of fun, and we've tried to get Jamie in here a couple times, and it hasn't worked out.
Got him.
Thank you so much, Joe.
Behind us.
Yeah, you are here now, and we're gonna have Jordan in here eventually once he gets back.
Which Jordan?
Jordan Hensley, who was at the midnight.
Oh yeah, the Jordan that we were playing with the other day.
No,
I don't think Jordan actually got online.
Jordan hasn't been online for a while.
It'll be Michael. Michael.
Well, he probably might. Yeah, Michael Jordan. Okay, now I get it.
Michael Jordan.
Fist of friggin' Havoc.
Kept talking about it. Joe. Who is Michael?
Sorry, he's a little slow on the uptake, but he's worth it.
He hasn't.
And by the way, one of y'all need, or 2 of y'all actually need to help me with that strike mission on the moon because I keep dying.
Woo! Yeah.
I love the moon.
Back to Fogoth. Hey, that was a fun mission.
No. Again, no spoilers, but Fogoth angry.
Fogoth.
That's it.
There's a reason why he's called the Untamed.
Right?
Yeah, he is sick.
Oh, golden gun. That was mean.
Shoot it before it kills you.
He already killed me. Okay. Someone find me all 6 of them so I can rip their throats out.
I love the fact that...
one of them has that blade thing.
I love the fact that as soon as I accept a bounty to get 5 post-mortems in the Crucible, I've only gotten 1, when meanwhile I usually have at least around 8 by this point. So...
Oh, you and your void grenades. That's why.
You mean the giant sun that's currently sitting in front of us?
That, yeah.
Let's see. I was just thinking of something else. Oh yeah. There is a glitch going on right now.
Oh yeah.
Concerning the. No, this concerns the golden chest.
Really?
At least on mine, this I went through and all non-strike golden chests. I went and found them. So I found the 4, but when I exited out into orbit, it would only display that I had found 3 out of 5. So after we did the strike the other day, and I found that 5th, we found that 5th one, Joe specifically. It went and said that I got 4 out of 5 chests, but in reality, I had 5 out of 5. So I actually posted that over on Bungie.net, and turns out that's actually a problem that at least one other person has, and I'm sure a couple more also have it. So that is a little glitch / error that they have going on right now. knowing Bungie, they're working on all of these errors right now, from connection issues to just little things like that. Because Bungie, I mean, they take their games very seriously, and they will fix the stuff that's
I
not
love
working.
how all their error codes are named like animals.
They always do stuff like that. I mean, look at Halo. We had the Warthog, the Mongoose, the Scorpion.
Because I was laughing so hard. Yesterday I got disconnected, and it told me my error code was beaver.
Like, how did you know?
See, I like the Bungie can have a sense of humor about stuff like that.
Bungie always has a sense of humor. I mean, even when their website...
Lots of enemies. Oh, God.
Even when their website goes down, they have... They have humor there.
Also, there was a glitch that I don't know if anyone else experienced, but for people who had entered the additional emblem and shader codes before the game actually before the game actually released, I had an error where the postmaster would keep telling me that I had new mail, even though it was just trying to inform me about shaders that I had already gotten from the special orders from Tess. But it seemed that they fixed that. Like today, for example, that's gone. So it seems like they are being very active in repairing problems.
Hey, good job, team. Makes me wonder. At least with the ghost codes, I know this happened to Joe and I. But when we loaded up the Ghost Edition codes, I ended up having 2 Frontier shells for the Ghost unlock. And,
I did too.
Oh, funny story! You can also pick up an infinite amount of shaders, by the way,
as well as the ships as well.
Yeah, it happened to grab more of them.
When I downloaded my Ghost Edition pack for the Xbox One and turned it on, I had 3 ghosts and 2 of everything else. So it's an amusing little error that they have right there.
And it's to be expected when you're dealing with loot and codes and multiple characters and how they handle things. Something's going to get messed up. The point is that they are resolving the issues that people are having. And for me, it wasn't even a game-breaking bug. It was, okay, I always have a notification in the tower now. That's mildly annoying. But 2 days after I noticed the issue, they had already fixed it. So it's good to know that they're on top of that. And out of all the companies that I could pick all the companies I could pick to provide potential 10-year support for a game, Bungie would be the one I would pick. Because anybody who's played Halo will attest that Halo 3 went on way beyond its lifespan. They kept adding new things. They kept adding new mechanics and new game modes with things you couldn't even do in custom games, for example. Like there was a soccer ball variant that you couldn't make that work in custom games. They just did it because the community thought it was good. And Griff Ball, for example, as well. They've always done a really good job at supporting their games after release. And the new philosophy they've taken with Destiny is that the intention is to create a world that will grow and not just be patched down the line. I think will solve a lot of people who are hollering that Destiny has a lack of content right now, and that is an actually large concern over people who think Destiny has been overhyped. Is that the content is lacking at the moment? Well, we're week 1 in a world that's evolving every week. So it is a little unfair to judge it based on the criteria of a lot of other games that, will just have the incremental DLC and nothing else.
I'm hoping eventually that we'll be able to travel outside of our own solar system.
I think that would be a cool thing to do. And even if it waits until Destiny 2, fine. I really would like that. I think if Destiny 1 just deals with reclaiming our solar system and Destiny 2 deals with getting out there, I think
I want to explore some alien planets.
Yeah, and we don't know where the Fallen came from. We don't know where
exactly.
Yeah, a lot of these
weren't the Fallen and all the no, maybe the Fallen at least were driven out of their home by the darkness, though. Wasn't
they weren't driven out? They weren't driven out by the darkness. The Fallen, funny story. Well, not funny. The Fallen used to have a bunch of houses of nobility, hence all of the houses that exist
House
right
of
now.
Devils, wasn't the other one House of Winter?
House of Devils, Winters, Wolves, Kings, and Exile. Those are the houses that are recognized right now. Each of their Kells
There was
claims...
also the House of Ill Repute.
Moving on. Yeah, each of the Kells claims a certain title to nobility. The Fallen used to have a mighty empire and a thriving civilization until something happened. It's not indicated that it was the darkness, and it's not indicated that actually what happened, although it is implied that it was an infighting with the houses and whatnot, and that civil war destabilized their civilization. Sort of. No solid details are given in that regard, so it is a lot of speculation, but the Fallen used to have that sense of nobility about them and used to be a really big, proud race, hence the title The Fallen.
I think we lost Sherwin.
He'll probably reconnect.
Yeah, something came up on my Skype saying there's a problem with this call. Hold on while we try to get the call back. And Sherwin,
yeah, I was going to say he seemed kind of quiet.
Yeah, I would have figured he'd have some input here on this topic at least. So
sorry,
we've lost Sherwin at least for the moment. Maybe hopefully for the rest of the podcast. Hopefully.
So the Fallen are now the Kells have laid claim to every human world that was lost during the collapse.
Because screw us, right?
Because screw us, yeah. And the Fallen think they're better than us. So, their history is definitely interesting. It's not super bland like we're evil, we're going to kill you. The Fallen rely on ether to survive. The ether is provided by the servitors. The servitors are agents of the darkness. They provide the ether to the Fallen so that they can survive, and that's why the Fallen, rely on them. It doesn't really say that the Fallen inherently enjoy being evil or anything. It's just they will kind of die if they don't do the thing and, wipe out humanity. That'd be problematic for them.
That would be problematic to us.
Whereas a race like the Hive is, some can argue, purely evil, because the Hive's only goal is to completely get rid of the light.
Whoa.
Hey, Sherwin,
what's up? What's up?
Hey, he's back. Anyway,
I would
we're going
mention,
into lore.
Yeah, I would mention something about the Hive and everything, but that's a topic for next week because that would give away way too much.
I'm trying not to spoil anything with this because I'm referring to only information that I've gotten from the Grimoire cards. The Hive, in general, despise the light. For one reason or another, they live in the darkness. They are part of the darkness, just like humans and mankind is a part of the light. So really, their motives
they had their
are
eyes dilated.
Huh?
It's because they had their eyes dilated.
Oh yeah, no. It just hurts. That's why they haven't figured out sunglasses yet.
Hive wearing sunglasses,
dude. But yes,
that would be hilarious.
But the Hive despise all light. And
they despise everybody.
Just like how, I guess, kind of you can draw a parallel how mankind hates all the darkness. So it's really effectively not a whole lot different.
There we go. We got the Fallen who hate some people. The Hive hate everyone. Humans hate everyone. Vex
hate everyone.
They hate everyone.
the Vex don't hate everyone. They just find everyone really inconvenient.
Oh, and then there's the Cabal, and I don't know.
The Cabal are just douchebags.
They're just there to.
The Cabal will grind worlds down because they have nothing better to do.
Speaking about
that,
they're
just space turtles.
Something I got from the Planet View is that they actually changed Mars's moon, Phobos, they changed its
yes.
orbit by planet
Funny
cracking.
story. Also, not a spoiler because Grimoire cards and not story related.
Oh crap! My computer.
But apparently, it's the Scion Flares were the ones who did that.
Oh, really? Gee, did they blow it up with their minds?
No, they just pulled the moon out of orbit. Because, that's a normal thing to do.
Hey, for the Cabal, it's everyday life. And let's see, another thing that I gathered from the planet view was that they showed a hunter running past some Cabal munitions, and they're like, maybe it's their sustenance, maybe it's what they eat, and then they're like, nope, that's missiles. And I was looking at the size of those boxes. They're at least you could probably stand 4 hunters on top of each other and it would be that large. So just looking at that, it's like, yeah, no wonder they were able to change Phobos's orbit with that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it kind of makes me wonder if in a future Destiny game that they're going to try something like that with Earth's moon. That'll be a mission, and then try and stop the Cabal from blowing up Earth's moon. Because
that would be super interesting. Destiny just has so many different ways it can go with stuff like that. And I really like that. I really like that there's not a whole lot of predictability there. Because they can go wherever they want. And wherever we want is what I'm hoping is rockets. Is what I'm hoping is Bungie's mantra there is that they're going to go wherever we want to, or based on what we want to do with the world, because they've put a lot of focus on the players.
Right, and they've already said, this is going to be a 10-year adventure, 10-year journey, and it's not going to end at that 10 years. It's going to go on, but at least they've got a 10-year plan, at least.
And I don't know, it's from the taste you get of the first week of Destiny. I understand where people get that the content is lacking. But if you've read your Grimoire cards, you will see that there is actually a very, very deep story beneath everything that's going on. And it's just not revealed yet. And I think that throws a lot of people for a curve right there, because we're so used to being spoon-fed everything from the get-go. That having to find things out, having to wait for answers is not something that we're used to. And I love that mechanic on there, because it's going to keep me coming back more than, I can grind until it's over. I have to wait until things are revealed.
Right. They didn't want to give you the whole story here at the beginning because
they made a very clear point not to do that.
They want you to keep coming back to play Destiny. So how they're going to do that is by periodically opening up pieces of the story, which these ones, at least the Queen's Wrath, isn't going to be DLC. That's just something that's getting opened up.
Which is cool that they're doing that without having to make it actually DLC.
Right behind you, Anger.
And then, so they've got that, and then just opening up these multiplayer events and vaults and everything. I'm not sure how long the vault's or I think the vault had a time period. I forget it right now, but I mean, just opening up these multiplayer events and such things, that's going to make people want to come. Salvage, nobody's played that before. That opened up right now. Iron Banner's going to be back in October.
The Iron Banner's going to be fun.
Yeah, anybody who played it in the beta, I'm sure they want to get back into that. So I mean, just bringing all of this content periodically, it's going to make people want to come back. It's going to make people want to start playing these other game modes that they haven't played before. That's going to make them want to go and relive the story and see these new parts that have opened up.
I have a good question for y'all.
Okay.
What weapons do y'all tend to favor more? I notice people that play multiplayer tend to favor the shotguns, and they'll just run around with them.
Sniper rifles are hard to use, except when you're out on a map like First Light over here.
I have actually found that I do better with
I personally love the sniper rifles. I use it all the time during the story missions and stuff.
Yes. I love the sniper rifle for story. And there is something to be said about I have my PvP gear and I have my PvE gear. And that's a lot of that way with most MMOs. You'll have 2 sets of gear at least for your character. For Out in the wild for PvE, the scout rifle for me reigns absolutely supreme. The ability to pretty much two-shot any enemy if you have a steady trigger finger is outstanding. The scout rifle is great, and the sniper rifle is my other best friend in the campaign. Although in the Crucible, I do take to pulse rifles, or I still favor the highly accurized versions of the pulse rifles, but I'm still, pulse rifles still have a very solid role in the Crucible where I don't feel as comfortable using them in a PvE situation. Shotguns, as much as I hate shotguns, are incredibly useful.
People love to run around shotguns in here.
Shotguns are incredibly useful in the Crucible because they're very, very strong.
I need my shotgun.
And another
couldn't resist. Sorry.
Thing to think about, another weapon that I feel people tend to favor a lot is the fusion rifle because it takes regular special ammo.
Wait. They tend to favor it? I'm sorry. Is that not what we've been getting killed by every day?
Yeah, it takes regular special ammo, so it's not rare like the machine gun drops and things like that. But it is virtually a guaranteed one-shot kill if you're anywhere remotely close to them.
I normally like using assault rifles, but just at the current moment, I'm using a pulse rifle just because I haven't been able to find a decent assault rifle that I like again. Which, Jeremy, you got an exotic assault rifle now. So
yes, I did. I need to actually equip that and use it. I'm still using my tried and true Shengani right now because this thing is just so accurate. It feels like a fully automatic scout rifle, and I love that.
Which I feel like this would be an appropriate spot to put this in here, that trading among characters, at least right now, is open to the characters you create by via the vault. So any gear that you put into the vault, any of your characters can access it.
Yep.
However, player-to-player trading isn't open just yet.
Or at all. They don't know. I don't know if they're going to do that.
Yeah, I don't know, because...
Anyone else notice that there's a Camino Joe in our game?
Yes. Although I think we have to go back to the tower.
I saw that a while ago.
We gotta go back to the tower and get some new bounties and stuff. So,
all right.
Goodbye, Camino Joe, 1981.
But as far as the trading,
Joe wishes he was that young.
Oh, here we go.
As far as trading between actual different people goes, they didn't want Destiny to be, oh, hey, I got given all my stuff or, whatnot. They wanted you to have to go out and get it. They wanted you to have to drag yourself out to frickin' Venus and
Venus, baby,
and smash your way through the vault of glass to get that gear. To say, I beat that. This is my cloak. This is my bond. This is my mark that shows I beat that, and you didn't.
Y'all are killing me. I want to know why Venus is so cool.
Venus is it looks pretty. It looks so pretty. That's it. That's the reason I love Venus. It just looks really pretty.
Because I literally just finished the last mission on the moon, and I unlocked Venus. Yeah. And I haven't been there yet.
Venus is amazing.
Venus is beautiful. I love and it's such a varied environment. You have things ranging from desert to jungles to almost beachy areas and stuff like that. It's mountainous areas. It's
it's got rain.
Right. It's this is all really interesting in an interesting environment. It's not boring and stale frankly, old Russia kind of is.
I like old Russia.
I mean, old Russia's pretty, and old Russia's pretty in its own way. But it's not that weird alien. What is going on? Kind. Yeah, basically, she has a nice. Old Russia has a nice personality. Yeah. Oh, I should have equipped my auto rifle before I turned those in. God dang it.
Yeah, so, I mean, I like Venus. Venus is one of my favorites. Although on that post that, it's kind of a hard decision for me between Venus and the Reef, just because that Reef cutscene was so cool, and I definitely want to explore more of the Reef, which, actually, on our forums, when I created the favorite location poll, I accidentally clicked the Reef when I said in the actual post that, hey, yeah, Venus is my favorite location.
I have a very important question.
No idea why I did that.
Is there any way to undismantle something?
No.
Please tell me yes.
No.
Oh my god. I'm gonna cry.
Well, you dismantle
a really awesome helmet that I just got from one of those Ingrams.
That is one of the cool. That is one thing about like lower level things. It's like I've dismantled something and like I've been like, wait, oh maybe I should. But then in 2 levels you don't miss it anyway.
I know. I wanted to equip it though, and then I accidentally hit the wrong thing because I'm
Jamie
dumb.
won't be doing that again. Hey,
No.
I did that. I did that one time in the alpha, so don't feel bad.
Ugh.
Ooh, I got myself another mode of light.
I think I'm sitting in. How many do I have? I got 4.
All the rare helmets I get keep giving me discipline. I don't want discipline.
I need more intellect. I think
Yeah, you do.
a few armor sets ago, I had everything in intellect, but now I've got 253 intellect and 74 strength.
I'm going to put this in the vault because I don't want to get rid of it.
So, I think this might be a good time to end this, which is episode 5, Destiny Month, episode 3. Next week again will be our spoiler-filled spoiler cast that we were going to have going.
Spoiler
cast.
So we're going to be going all through the story and such things, and that'll be a lot of fun. That we're finally going to be able to lift the veil on our censorship here, and we can finally stop saying spoiler.
Ooh, real quick, I just equipped that exotic rifle. It did give me a pop-up says exotic gear is really powerful and whatnot, but you can only have 1 exotic weapon and 1 exotic piece of armor equipped at any given time.
Yep.
Rest of it, you've got to deal with your legendaries, sadly.
It's not sad. That's cool.
It's not sad, but I mean, really, how awesome would it have been to have all exotic stuff?
Yeah.
That would have been the epitome of amazing.
Well, then you're just going to keep walking around the tower like, hey, look at me. Check me out. Yeah, look what I got.
Check me out.
I got my gun on my back now, and it looks pretty.
We've got one of our youngest fans here. What are you doing? What are you watching? He's watching Game Scoop Thursdays.
Nice.
Thursday.
Glad to have you on the show.
They said they're glad to have you on the show. Hold on. What's your name? What's your name?
Ari.
Ari?
Yeah.
You like Destiny?
Yeah.
Is it a fun game?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of the game?
Race cars.
Okay.
We
haven't got to the race car part yet. Okay.
Well, sort of. I mean, we could jump into Old Russia and have a sparrow race right now.
All right, guys. I'm gonna cut it close to a close right now. This is
we're gonna all say goodbye right now anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna head off.
As always, you can find us at GameScoopThursdays.com. You can also follow us on Twitter by following at GameScoopThurs, THURS. You can Yeah, I'll leave them with as many 140. We're not going to have this conversation again. You can also search us out on Facebook. Just look up Game Scoop Thursdays, and we're over there. We got a sweet new banner designed by Jeremy Jones.
Yo.
Awesome looking, and he's working on our little icon now for all the profile pictures and all that good stuff. So you can see that on our Twitter account, Facebook account, and it's working on getting towards the site and also YouTube. And you can send us any questions, comments, feedback, whatever you want well, not whatever you want, but anything, game related, entertainment related. Yeah. To feedback@gamescoopthursdays.com. If you run into any website issues, you can email Jeremy at support@gamescoopthursdays.com. And I think that's it. Anybody have any shout outs or anything?
Venus, baby. Venus.
All right. So that'll wrap things up. This is Captain Nova Bomb signing off.
I want a cool nickname.
You'll get one. We still got to find one for Joe too. It'll eventually come. I mean, it's all based on the Destiny character, so Nova Bomb.
You'll get your own character.
As soon as we start interacting more, we're definitely gonna have nicknames for everybody. So, I mean, goodbye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.